I'm here following this road up to a remote mine up here in these hills. Somewhere up there. I don't think we can see it quite yet. It's a really beautiful desert valley here. A lot of cool desert plants. Geology is really interesting. And one thing I noticed too is this platform here. I don't know what that is. It's probably hard for y'all to see, but it's literally just a flat platform. Almost like there was a building on it, and now there's not. Usually you don't see something like that for a tramway either, so I don't think it's a tram-related structure, but it's definitely odd. We're just gonna keep walking up this canyon and get to the main mine that we're trying to visit. There's a can dump from one of the mining camps in this canyon. And we're just working our way up. Further up the canyon, found this pretty large foundation for a wood building. It's collapsed. There's an adit right there. At least the state thinks it's an adit. I guess if you're really motivated, you can get in that, but there's really no dump here, so I don't really think that goes anywhere. Oh, there's stuff across the road there. That goes back about 10 feet and ends. This declines down for a little bit. Not much to see in there. So keep going up the canyon, get to our main objective for the day. Here's a bottom terminal for a tram system. There's maybe a mill structure across the way there. And then up above, way up there, I think that's an adit with a trestle, an ore bucket, and probably the top tram terminal. That's still not our main objective, so I'm gonna keep heading up. All right, further up the canyon, have an electrical tower feeding the mine. And it goes up there to another tower way up on the ridge there. I'm just working my way up this very badly eroded wash, which I guess at one point probably was a graded gravel road. There's a flywheel of some sort in the wash. It looks like someone was trying to take it out of here. It's got a keyed shaft way there. You see the notch on the left side. It's like a small air tank maybe. There's a pulley down there. You see the grooves for the belts. This is like a barrel dump. And there's something up there. Can't tell what that is. Almost looks like a stove. Walk up there and see. This thing still kind of looks to me like some sort of furnace or oven of some sort. It's kind of weird. I haven't seen anything like this before. It's got these little hatches here that say clean out. And then not much from there. That's strange. And these doors would lift upwards. That one has the handle still over there. This looks like it came off of a hoist. You can see the cable marks on that drum there. And this looks like a skip car, maybe a tram bucket. Yeah, it looks like a skip car. They might have been using it for a tram since it's way down here. But I don't know. There's a lot of metal junk artifacts around here. It's right below the mine. And I'm definitely curious to know if all this was tossed down by the miners or if it's come naturally down from rains and whatnot, or if it's been other explorers who've knocked it down. This is the dump. We're gonna head on up there to the mine. Just look at these electrical towers. That's crazy. Wow, it'd be fun to walk over there if I have time. It's a gas fuel tank, looks like. More stuff that looked like to be maybe part of the tram down there. There's a 4-cylinder engine block, it looks like there. And then have a pressure vessel of some sort. Can't tell if it's a boiler or just a giant air tank yet. Welded. So somewhat modern by mine exploring standards. And just keep going up this gully. Got a Westinghouse lightning arrestor here. Probably for one of the electrical towers. See the old Westinghouse logo. More of an insulator there at some point, but it's broken off. And we got a wheelbarrow here. Looks like we're potentially at an upper tram terminal here. It's all flattened out. And it looks like they had an ore chute running from up there down here to the tram terminal, and then the tram going off that way probably, because they have this cliff in the way. They wanted to drop the ore down to this place, so there's an unobstructed path for the tram. That's just my best guess. We're gonna keep going up. Okay, we're here at the mine site. This big leveled area here. That is mostly comprised of waste material. Adits all around us. It's kind of cool. Up there is a structure that I imagine was probably for water. Maybe they had a water tank in there. That's the only reason I can think that they would elevate it up there for gravity head pressure. Now I think down there we were earlier. I think that probably was a tram station at one point, and then they replaced it with this tram station over here, which you can see resting on the cliff there. And before we go in the mines, we'll go ahead and walk over here because this is kind of the more interesting stuff over here. We'll show each adit as we walk by. There's one right there. And this one had rails coming out, going this way. And then we have the rails shooting off away from the mine, and then another adit here. That one had rails coming out as well, and they meet, of course, here. There is potentially part of the tram system. I'm not sure yet. We'll go down there and check it out. Yeah, it looks like part of the tram system. So the upper tram terminal here. And I'm not sure what they had in there exactly. Maybe the engine or motor that they had powering the tram. It does not appear this is a gravity tram entirely. A lot of the older, very older trams were gravity trams, meaning that the weighted ore buckets going down would turn the entire tram system. This one appears to be powered. That looks like parts of whatever mechanism they had to turn the tram system. If you look across here, right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right in the middle of the screen is the other tram, is the next tram terminal, or tower, I should say, not terminal. That's the next tower. So the tram was heading off that way. And starting here, it looks like they have like grizzly bars or something there. There's probably an ore chute here of some sort. They have this slick plate here, you can see. See where the rails kind of meet up with it. And they were rolling ore cars out onto this and then probably dumping them down here into some sort of ore bucket. That's no longer there. And the ore would get hauled off in the tram bucket, across this valley and down to get processed. And there's one of our electrical towers way up there. And we have one close to us here. And just looking back toward the mine itself. Thought this was pretty neat. This is a GE insulator of some sort. For anyone who doesn't know, GE is General Electric. It's a prolific company in the United States. It says primary something out. Not sure what that might be. Yeah, it's like a clay material, non-conductive. There's bits of more ceramic insulator here. They're all broken though. I thought this is kind of interesting. It's a bunch of broken glass, but some of it's actually sort of smoothed out from, I imagine, flash floods and rainstorms and stuff. It's like kind of like beach glass. This piece of glass, I mean, it's broken and I can run my finger on it. It's not sharp at all. Okay, so I am standing here at the tram terminal now, just below the level of the mine. This looks like a screen or a classifier of some sort, actually, which is a little odd. I wonder if they had like this is a minor milling operation and tram terminal. I'm not sure. That's almost certainly a classifier. You can even see material in there right now. That's interesting. I've never seen that as part of a tram terminal. Got a manufacturer name on this: Stevens and Adamson Manufacturing Co. Yeah, this was driven, coupled here, and turned that drum with the holes in it. Not sure what that is. Electrical folks, you'll have to let me know. I have a big bull gear here for bull wheel, I should say, for the tram system, I believe. And this is right here where the cable would have ran through that groove. And that was probably driven as well by this guy, looks like. That's sitting here on this little platform. Looks like a tiny gas motor. Maybe an air motor? I can't tell. It's very small. Then we have grizzly bars. And then over here is this concrete foundation. Oh, and we have support hooks, looks like tensioning for the tram tower. Another one down there. Those are kind of cool. Some sort of electrical infrastructure bringing the feed power down to a lower voltage, something of that nature. That's my best guess, because I see electrical conduit and whatnot there. But they also could have had a compressor here. You could could see that too with the foundations. Maybe both. Yeah, we got some conduit here. Again, this looks very 40s, maybe 50s even. So a little 6-cylinder engine there. Camshaft for the engine. Doesn't seem to be much else in here. Just a bunch of sheet metal. And that's one last look over at the tram. It's an intact insulator. It's different than the tower insulators. Alright, so we have a lot of adits to check out here at this primary mine site. So we've got 2 over here. I'm going to start with this one, I think, and work my way this way. So there are 2 there. We got 1 here behind that bush. Got 1 there. And then there's 1 just around the corner right there. We'll check that one out last. Alright, so we'll head on over to this one and check it out. Okay, heading in. It's a small classifier. That's kind of interesting. It's a little skylight. This looks like vehicle storage or something. There is... It's a stove. That is a stove. Weird. This is the shelter, I guess. There is a storm rolling in today, so if I need to, I can stay in here. That's funny. And I got a little shaft running up to the surface. Okay, that's that building I saw earlier. Weird. Huh. That's where he came in from. A lot of people have been through this place, so modern graffiti, unfortunately. This just ends though. That's it. Kind of weird. Not sure exactly what this was, but maybe just storage or something. Alright, we'll head to the next adit. Alright, adit number 2 with this cool door. The hinges are actually just burlap. You see that? Cloth. Same with the handle. No rails in this one, so not really a good sign. It looks like it just ends back there. Yep. That's it. Alright. We're getting the non-interesting ones out of the way first, I guess, here. Okay, this one I didn't see at first. It's actually right next to the one with the door. Right there. That door at it might be the explosive storage. I'll slide in here and check this one out. Okay, just inside this nearly caved adit. This kind of looks like it just goes back to this ore chute and ends. It does. Yep. Once again, another very short adit. Just to this ore chute. Not even a manway. That's it. Alright. There's something here. A raise. Oh yeah, it goes to the surface. I'll turn off the light. Yep, all the way to the surface. Well, that was that. Kind of 3 duds in a row here. Alright, All right, so we just checked out that one, and then one in that wash right there. So there must be some stuff up above that because we saw daylight in one of those. Actually, two of those. And now we're gonna check this guy out. This one looked like one of the more substantial adits here, so I'm hoping it actually is, because the three we've seen so far have been pretty uninteresting. All right, so right inside the portal there's a shelf there. And then we have a large box with a door, has hinges. I wonder if I can even open this. Yeah. It's just a little, oh, it's a classifier. There's a screen in there. I don't think any of the other ones had rails. Actually, I think the most recent one we saw had rails, but the other two didn't. Got a junction here. Looks like we hit some sort of ore body. Check this out real quick. Maybe do the right-hand rule in here since I'm alone. I always sometimes joke about that when I'm with friends and whatnot, but it is a good idea to do when you're alone. This goes up to a stope. Not sure if that goes or not. There's a raise here. It's hard to see. Okay, I scouted up that stope. It just kept going for a little bit and dead end eventually. There's nothing to see. So we're gonna head off this way. Got a little door there. Rails head off that way. We have stoped area above us. Let's keep with our right-hand rule today and go this way. Okay, I think when I was in the stope earlier, I think it was probably this here, because I got to this like backfilled area that was totally impassable. And I think it's probably what that is. So I just looped back around. Okay, so we got branch off that way and that way. Stick to the right. Gobbing. More gobbing. This might be it actually. The connection to that stope I was in, because that's totally filled there. There's an ore chute. And a bunch of timber in here. Yeah, it looks like it's fresh from the lumber yard. Kind of crazy. And here we have large winds by the looks of it. Yep. Winds down. And yeah, they have the rails curving over the ore chute and into it. And up there would have been the shiv wheel, which I cannot, it's not there anymore. And looks like there's a short drift off that way as well. A lot of weird stuff going on here. We got a, looks like a main haulage here. I'm guessing this is one of the other adits actually. Yeah, you can see daylight down there. So we've linked up to another adit. Again, here's a look at this station. I just noticed above me too was carved out, and they put a platform up. That's splintering over on that side. That is a little scary. Looks like it's covered in rocks, but if you're walking on those rocks up above, you might have no idea you're walking on that. You gotta be careful about false floors. That's why. That can look like solid rock, but then it gives way because it's actually supported by splintered wood. So we're gonna follow this haulage now. I'm not sure which adit this was. If it was the last one I was gonna do or the second to last one. Looks like some really big stopes over there. And up here too. That giant pile of rocks there is being partially supported by that platform we just looked at with the splintered timber. So miner's chute tag, it looks like. It says 73 is sheet metal. And then presumably that's chute number 73. And it's interesting, they have an air pipe, I think. Hope not, but it looks like an air pipe going through the chute. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. That chute is in bad shape, very, well, not in bad shape, but it's clogged up. It's probably going to come down eventually. And yeah, we're in this the beginning of what looks like to be a very, very big stope chamber. Wow. Whoa. Wow. This thing's huge. To bust out my big light for this. That's crazy. And this is super cool too. I wish I had someone else here with me today, because stuff like this is really hard to photograph without scale. I don't have another person for scale. That's where he came from. Big, big stope. Got this nice staircase. You don't see that very often in mines. It goes up to a sub level. Looks like there might have been a hoist up there. And then the stope continues up to daylight. And then finally we got a drift heading off this way. Not sure if this is old denim. Doubt it, but it's like a chunk of denim. So here next to this fully timbered winds, there's what looks to be hoist levers. I think this is about all that remains of the hoist. See those little notches right there. And yeah, there's some small stuff around here. None of it really has any identification, labeling, or anything like that. Again, this is a fairly well-visited mine, so unfortunately a lot of stuff's been taken out. This looks like the balancing side of the shaft for the hoist. So the shaft would have gone through this with a bearing or something. There's another one of those shaft supports there. Someone decided to light some things on fire in here too, which is also a shame. But this is kind of what happens when the mines are easily accessible. Someone's tried to piece together this magazine chunk. It's like a liquor ad. And then there's this pretty cool Wrigley's gum matchbox. Or I guess it's not a matchbox, but it's a matches. Buck Bronco Cowboy Yips, Wrigley's is my brand. It's always in my saddlebag. No other gum can come within range of its flavor. Ride with Wrigley's. That's a good steer. I wonder if this one says the same thing. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I'm up here on this tiny little sub-level area with where the hoist used to be. It's the foundation for the hoist, and it's gone now, of course. This looks like a blanket or something. Cloth. You can see where the oil from the hoist was being whipped up and splattered against the wall there. Now turning around, we have some miners graffiti. Let's see, we see some 40s, a 26, 75, 65, 63, DNF. Yeah, I'm guessing the 40s stuff is maybe when they had this hoist running. So 41. And I guess while I'm up here, I'll go peek up here to see where this daylight's out to. I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second, go up there, show you what I see. This is the daylighting stope. This looks pretty dangerous actually. This thing's got a lip. It's way overhung up there. And stuff like this has fallen down over the years. Yeah, this is probably the most dangerous part of the mine right here. Being at the interface between inside and outside of the stope. Went up like 30, 40 feet. Pretty wild. More look at this stope. And we're just above the adit, so we went in. Yeah, I knew we had something to see up here. We came in right there. I'm gonna wander over here and see what this is. Yeah, this probably goes down to one of the ore chutes we saw. Just Swiss cheesed out. Goes vertical down there. Okay, so we just checked out the big stope. We're gonna head down this drift now. Rails end there. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It's an interesting blasting pattern. Alright, we're heading down the shaft here. I feel like it would be more fun to climb the ladder than go down the stope, so. Well, the ladder's kind of an awkward angle. I really don't feel like climbing down backwards. with this route. Still got some of the wiring down here. Metal chute gate. Alright, that's that. We're on the lower level now. Alright, we just came down that. And we're on a new level here. Got an ore car wheel. And a drift keeps going on this way. It's probably just going to be a few ore chutes and then it dead ends. If not just this one ore chute. So it says 8. Okay, it does keep going. Got another ore pass from the stope above us. That dead ends that way. I'll walk down a little bit to prove that. And I don't know what that is. To the right, Sequoia Grand. Alright, timbered area. 41 graffiti. Definitely lines up with everything else we've seen. I don't know if they're actually working the mine in 69 or if that's a got a partly filled drift running off that way. And this curves around. I'll do right hand rule here. I wonder if this just ends. Yeah. Okay, that's it for that side. Let's see if we can get back here safely. It's a little tight. Okay, I'm standing on this backfilled area, and there's this tiny little chute. We have another junction. Alright, I guess we're playing right-hand rule, so I'll go this way. That's the end. Got some sliced peaches. Yeah, I think we're about to run out of mine here, folks. Because this doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Yeah. That's it. Okay, so I guess my plan will be to climb up the winds and then maybe go down the stope and see if there's anything we can see that we couldn't get to from this lower level. Alright, I'm gonna head down the stope now. I'm standing on top of the winds here. Gotta be careful not to walk into an ore chute. I know there are some. That dark material, I think, is what they're mainly going after. Okay, so this is the ore chute that intersects the winds right here. It's hard to see, but it's a hole that goes down. And the rest of this just looks like it kind of dead ends. Might be something up there. I'll go check that in a second. I'm gonna go down here. The light bulb. Can't imagine that's all that old, but I don't know, maybe it could be like 50s or something. They did have electricity to this mine, so makes sense, adds up. Okay, what do we got here? It looks like another drop to a sub-level, a different level than what we've seen. Big stoped area, and there's an ore pass right there. Probably one that we saw from the bottom. And there's another ore pass below me here. I'll see if I can get down this ladder real quick and show y'all this sub-level. Okay, I'm down the ladder. There's one of the ore passes. Yeah, I remember this one. This one's the vertical one without an ore chute. I remember being down there. There's stuff going off in all directions. This looks like a dead end, so we'll just confirm that real quick. Yeah, good look back to where we came from. That dark spot at the top of the screen. That's where we came down from. And this looks like, I assume, the top of an ore chute that we saw. But it's clogged up. And then this is all filled. And the drift runs back to what appears to be yet another chute that has kind of sunken in. Okay, I went across this pit thing here because I wasn't sure if that was a dead end or not. And what you can see from the camera right here is the end. I just couldn't quite tell if it maybe turned, but I went back there and confirmed, so that's the end there. So I think we're done with this little sub-level, which means we're going to head back up the stope. I don't think this went off anywhere, right? Double check. No. That's it. Okay, so head back up and up to the main level and check out some of the other corners of the stope that we haven't seen yet. Okay, it's looking back up toward the main level in another part of the stope. This looks like it just goes right back down to where we came from. Just kind of poking around, see if there's anything that I missed. Classifying screen, little pocket, and this is the main level right here, so that's that. Remember that ore chute from earlier. Alright, so I just went down this. Filmed with my phone because I couldn't fit anything past that tiny gap right there. I'm down here about 30 feet, 25 feet from the main level down that ladder that we skipped earlier. I didn't realize how shallow the ladder was. I was gonna pass on it initially, but decided to come down here. There's really nothing down here. That just ends. And here's a tiny stope here. And that's it. If y'all remember, we came from that way. There's an adit that way, except there's also an adit this way. I haven't gone down here yet. I imagine this chute's just straight outside, but we'll see. And as a reminder, that's back where we've already explored toward the big stope. Let's head this way. It's pretty hot in this mine, actually. It feels good to start walking toward the cool outside air. I'm sure the mine is very cool comparatively in the summer. Alright. So we got a hole there. And a drift runoff that way. And a stope going way up. So we'll have to, this is kind of a unique right-hand rule situation. We're gonna go left here. So we obviously know that the adit is just gonna take us out. This is a dead end. Let's see. Okay, looks like there's another way into this little hole from around here. I do recognize this adit now. It's the tall one. I think there's one more left then. We got this weird thing. That's very strange. The tiny, tiny little head frame. That's the top there. They have a little hook for a pulley. And this like mini little chute. It's funny. The micro head frame. That goes down a little bit. Looks like it dead ends. I'm not even gonna bother going down there. And that's gonna be our way out. And then this way, so again, this is the other side of that tiny hole, which is right there. A stope or something? I might drop in there and see where it goes. Little backfill area, and then opens up with a ladder, and that's a stope as well. There's a nicely intact newspaper back here. Okay, so this one's got a date on it. Monday, April 20th, 1936. General Motors show of 1936. General Motors cordially invites you to see new Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, LaSalle, Cadillac, Frigidaire, and Delco Light. Was Frigidaire part of General Motors? That's interesting. Something about film stardom up there. And then the backside, that's like a hair growth commercial. Exposition, a visitor picks up grizzly bear cub. Shaw predicts decreased tax rate for city. What is this? This is that, yeah, Los Angeles Examiner. Okay. Squeeze through that hole there. This is the little area with the ladder that I saw. It's just more stoping. And above me too. Behind me is just a dead end pocket to nothing. And it does keep going this way. And that's the last adit. Okay. Some backfill areas there. I remember seeing that hole too from the outside, so now I know what that is. Yeah, this is the last adit of the, was it 4 or 5, 6 that I saw? This looks like a bit of a hoist, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a bit newer than what I'm used to seeing. But, wow, interesting. Came in over there and came out right here. And we could have come out right there. Actually, my bag is over there, so